Hello, welcome again to Scrivosphere. Another episode, another day. So, what's today's video? Today's video, we're going to be talking about the seminal series. I say seminal, I've probably not used that word right. Smallville, 1 to 10. This is not a best to better video because I've struggled with my seasons 1 to 15 video for Supernatural. Buffy was quite easy to do because there's only 7 seasons. But there is a lot of work that needs to be put in it, and I haven't got a lot of time at the minute. So, without further ado, let's just have a chat about Smallville, what I liked, if there's any dislikes, and also a key moment in the series that I think people misunderstand. So, let's get to it with Smallville. Hello guys and girls, and welcome to another video. So as I said before, today's video is all about Smallville. What a show. To start off, so what I think is as small as season 1. It's one of the weakest season 1s in a whole TV series, in my opinion. But it brings what is needed throughout the rest of the season. You got characters that really do stick with you. You know, you've got the obvious Clark Kent, you've got the obvious Lex Luthor, but then you've got characters on the smaller side that haven't had a lot of peak in terms of the movies, but mostly in the comics where you hear these names. Like you got Lana Lang, you got Pete Ross, you've got the Ma and Pa side of things, which doesn't get seen as much as it could in the films. In your later seasons, you get Lois Lane, which is obviously a key character. Brilliant actress, Erica Durance. I have to give her praise. She's one of my favourite Lois Lanes, and she's easy on the eye. Yeah. So, you know, you get the early seasons. Clark loves Lana. Chloe loves Clark. A character that was never in the comics, that was purely created for the show, then was later put in the comics. Is Chloe Sullivan, key friend to Clark. They're throughout the majority of the seasons without fail. But obviously, recent years ago, Alison Mack got caught in some nasty stuff. I'm not going to get into it because it's too dark for my videos. So let's get on with the show. So yeah, you get all these characters. You know, and you get the villains, Brainiac, that tornado in the first season. Natural disaster for the first season of Smallville. Do better. A little bit better. Just a teeny little bit better would be nice. But yes, so excuse the accent, that was terrible. So yeah, but I absolutely love Smallville. It's a show that I look forward to rewatching every single time. Again, do I enjoy season 1 as a rewatch? Not as much as I did the first time round. It's still enjoyable. Sorry about that. It's still enjoyable, but there are issues with it by a long mile. You know, season 2 it gets better. Season 3 it gets better. Season 4 it's even better. Season 5 it's even better. It's one of those shows that does get better along the way. There's only one other show that I think gets better along the way, and that's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That, to me, has been a show that it's got me right here with how things have gone over the series, and it's gotten better and better. Weaker stories here and there, but it's got better and better. Smallville is the exact same. You know, a lot of people hate on season 7, Lexi's last season, Lexi's last full season. No, Kara. You get Kara in there, Supergirl, played by Laura Vandervoort, and oh my god, again easy on the eyes, even easier on the eyes than Erica Durance. But you know, and a lot of people didn't go for it. I mean, yeah, in the run of the Smallville series, she did become Supergirl before he became Superman, which no, Clark Kent becomes Superman before Supergirl becomes Supergirl. That doesn't make sense, does it? But it makes sense a little bit. Okay, so yeah, Smallville is one of my all-time favorite series. And as I say, it gets better and better as you go on. Before we continue, the usual. Please like, comment, and subscribe on my channel. It is much appreciated. And click that notification bell if you want to be notified when my videos are uploaded. Let's continue. So we're back, and what else have I got to say about Smallville? Okay, so there's a key point in Smallville's history that a lot of people get really, really beep off with. And that is the season finale. Not so much the season finale itself. I think it's a wonderful season finale for where the show goes. I mean, as Sheldon Cooper says in Big Bang Theory, you basically wait 10 years to see a guy who you know can fly. So, I mean, when they started the show, they said no touchdown flights. That was the original, the original creator's idea of the show. He didn't want Clark Kent to become Superman. And that's what people forget. So when season 10 comes around, people are expecting to see this big moment where he's Superman, he's in the suit, he's flying around, he's doing his Superman thing. We don't get that. We get a crappy CGI of him in the suit, which it's a good scene. It's a good moment where Clark is in the Fortress of Solitude. He gets given the suit by Jonathan Kent. Obviously, it goes to Jonathan Kent / Jor-El sort of thing going on there. So it's both fathers passing that sort of "you ready" sort of thing. So yeah, Clark Kent gets given the suit, and in that moment, Tom Welling, in that moment, it's like, okay, this is it. I mean, you've seen him fly at this point now. He's flew to the Fortress of Solitude for this moment, because he knows he's ready now. And that was always the thing. Like that last season, it was always a case of the day you can fly is the day you're ready to put that suit on, sort of thing, which is a little bit weird. And I always remember when I watched the show, and they hand over this this costume. It looks like a cake. So I don't know if that was the idea as a sort of like in joke to what could be the end party for the series, but you know, that moment where he gets the suit, he flies up, he puts the suit on while he's flying up, which, oh, fair play to you. You're getting undressed and putting a suit on. You're not putting that suit on over your bloody vest and your shirt and your trousers and your black shoes, are you? So you know, but it's a brilliant moment. He at the Fortress of Solitude, and then he gets to the plane. He saves Lois in the plane, and it was always Superman's first real save that people saw was him saving a plane. In this case, it had the President of the United States on it, so it was a bit big. Air Force One, that's the one. That's what they call it, Air Force One. So yeah, you get that moment. He flies up into the sky after pushing the planet away, and it's like he's watching. And it's weird because, you know, that moment, he's watching the Earth, and he can sort of see how everyone loves him. And he's like, yeah, this is what I've been working towards for the whole of these 10 years, sort of thing, like from finding out that he's an alien from another planet that was destroyed to him flying off and becoming Superman. And then you end with, like, a couple of years later, and it's like, they still haven't got married, which was a bit of annoyance. That I get. But this is the part people that don't understand. The end of it is literally him on the top of the building. And that's even CGI. That bit where he's got the suit on underneath, that's a CGI moment. And that's it. And a lot of people hated it because it's like, oh, come on, show us what we want to see. Show us what we've been waiting for 10 years. And I get that. I do get that. But I know that's how I felt at the time. But rewatching it now and understanding what has been said behind closed doors about, like, not behind closed doors, but what has been openly said about the show and just what the way the show was going, for them to end it like that, it is the end of Clark Kent's story and the beginning of Superman's story. And they stated, and it was an actual, this is an actual quote, but it's sort of like There may be some words out of place and stuff like that, but bear with me. But they were quoted as saying that they wanted, Clark Kent was for the TV show, in their eyes. Superman's story, they wanted that, and as I say, it was a let that be for the other medias, which is obviously the movies, the IN TV shows that they might do on HBO Max one day. There's a Green Lantern show coming on HBO Max, so there's all these other properties, and that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to leave the Superman story and what happens next to somebody else. Now, that's not me saying that they wanted somebody else to pick up the show and do a Superman series called Metropolis or something like that. No, that's not what they wanted to do. Or Kryptonian. Or Krypton. Krypton was good. Anyway, sorry, I'm off topic again. So, yeah, a lot of people get that mixed up, and that's why they don't like the season finale. I like the season finale, and I like the way it goes, and it feels like a definitive end, just like the way the end of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ended. So, as a review of a show goes, I'm not giving, as I say, I don't do reviews in the general way, like most people. They do these reviews, like saying like the worst series to the best series. I like to do the best to better series. If I were to put a series at its low point, I'd say season 1. And that's harsh to say because it started the show and it gave the show its tone and everything like that. And I never hate on a series that I love. But for me, yeah, season 1 was the weaker of the seasons. The best season for me, personally, this is where I always get mixed up with the seasons. But that's how good it is constantly. If I were to put season at the top, I'd say season 10. Purely for its storyline. And its purity in it, and the way it deals with the fact that it is the last season. So we've got to give the fans what they want to a certain extent while still keeping what we want. That was the way the last season was dealt with. So yeah, if I was going to put it, it's interesting that like you put season 1 at number 10 and you put season 10 at number 1 for me. That's interesting to me. I've done it before. A lot of people hate on season 7 of Buffy, and while it does do, you see, I contradicted myself in a previous video about Buffy because I said that season 4 took away the whole Buffy is the legend, the chosen one sort of thing, and then season 7 comes in and it takes that away again. But the way season 7 dealt with it and the way season 7 was heading, it was a perfect end to a perfect series. Just the way Smallville is, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. All these shows, hopefully Supernatural gets that. Supernatural has been brilliant. As you see, there was a lot of like the highest seasons for me were a little bit weaker, but again, it keeps what it started. Season 1 starts like here, and you get a little bit of a ooh towards those later seasons, but it still never gets here. It's always sort of bouncing off, so that it never gets poor. Supernatural's never been there. Smallville for me is about here on that table. I know this isn't very good. I know this isn't a very good analogy, but that season 1 is about here, whereas for me season 10 is up here. And there's not a season for Smallville that goes up here. Other shows have those, but this one doesn't, unfortunately. But no hate on Smallville whatsoever. I absolutely love it. So that's my video for today. This is going to be go with my Thursday slot. So this will be released on Thursday the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. What's the date today? The 8th. Tuesday the 8th. I have to cut this out. So this is going to go out on Thursday, the 10th of September. So look out for it. It's going to go with my superheroes video. It might as well, because obviously my Smallville is within that superhero genre. So yeah, thanks for watching. I've been Squivo. This has been Squivo Sphere. And until next time, goodbye.